Hi everyone, the last time I did a video on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I was quite hard on her. I said that she was obviously getting bad advice from the Democratic advisors now she'd won a primary. Because she went on CNN and she was pushing Medicare for all, obviously, and Jake Tapper asked her the question that all Jake Tappers of the world do, the corporate sellouts that they are: how are you going to pay for it? Interesting that they never ask how you're going to pay for it when it comes to increased military spending and the $700 billion budget, but hey, I digress. I said in that video that she fluffed the answer, and I honestly thought she fluffed the answer. She should be able to answer that a hell of a lot better than she did at that time. Now, I was quite hard on her, and I think I probably didn't take into consideration she's only 28. It's been a whirlwind year for her. A year ago she was working as a barista, so I think maybe I should have cut her more slack, especially after seeing this, because some members of the Sunshine Movement were protesting outside Nancy Pelosi's office. Nancy Pelosi, the leader of the Democrats in the House, and they were protesting for a Green New Deal, which was a great thing. Progressives all around the world need this. I'm a big champion of it. I really think that we have to do this, and we have to go Green New Deal, not just to save the planet, but to get off fossil fuels, which is causing basically all the wars on the planet, let's face it. She went and turned up and protested with them outside the leader of the House, basically her boss, really, when you think of it. Pelosi's the leader of the House. She went and protested with them, which was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's the sort of thing that Carl Kalinske said he would have advised her to do, and it worked. Nancy Pelosi responded with this on Twitter: deeply inspired by the young activists and advocates leading the way on confronting climate change. The climate crisis threatens the futures of communities nationwide, and I strongly support reinstating the Select Committee to address the crisis. And she's done a statement there. Now, many people have said this is not enough, it's just words, and they're probably right. It's probably the least that she could probably have done, but you've got to say that it wouldn't have happened if Ocasio-Cortez hadn't turned up outside her office and supported these wonderful people who were protesting. She also said this to her credit. I'm very hard on Nancy Pelosi, but you've got to give her credit when it's due. She said this: we welcome the presence of these activists, and we strongly urge that the Capitol Police to allow them to continue to organise and participate in our democracy. Excellent. Most people will say, yeah, but she had to do that, didn't she? Well, she didn't have to. You look at what the Republicans do when people protest outside their office. Handicapped people protest outside their office, and they let the police take them away in plastic cuffs. So this is great. It really is. People will say that it's not enough what Pelosi did, and I totally agree with it. It still isn't enough, but it's a step. The Sunrise Movement then tweeted this out just after it. Hey, Ro Khanna, who is what I consider to be, I would say, probably the third most progressive, or one of the most progressive House Democrats in the US. Hey, Ro Khanna, we just sat in Nancy Pelosi's office with Ocasio to demand House Democrats champion a Green New Deal. Will you support Ocasio 2018's resolution to form a select committee for a Green New Deal? Full details, gave the link. I retweeted that, and I said, Ro Khanna is a class act. He's one of the most progressive people there is, and he stands up for what's right, even if it will hurt him politically. I bet you he'll do this by the end of the month. Now, when I was writing that tweet, I actually said by the end of the week, but I thought, no, I'll hedge my bets and I'll say month. 4 hours later, and that's actually, Ro Khanna is a class act, a true progressive who is not afraid to do the right thing, even if it puts a target on his back. I bet you he'll do this before the month's end. That's what I wrote. 4 hours later, I'm proud to support Ocasio 2018, Ro Khanna said. Select Committee on a Green New Deal. This is an existential challenge for our time. We can create millions of good paying jobs in places left behind while also saving our planet. I just wanted to do a little video on this. I know others have done it, but my audience is predominantly in the UK. And I don't think people in America just understand how huge her star is. I've got people in the UK really excited about Ocasio-Cortez, which is fantastic because she obviously has progressive values that we need around the world to actually fight this climate crisis. It is the number one threat, not just to the UK and the US, but around the world. It's not Russia, it's not Iran, it's not Syria, it's climate change. That's the thing that we all have got to come together and fight. The whole planet has got to do it. We need a massive change in the way we fuel our transport and the way we fuel our lighting and the way we power our lives. Big respect to Ocasio-Cortez for doing that. That's something that very few Democrats, I think, would have done. And now she's done it. There's a good chance that you're going to see it happen more often. Hopefully, we're going to see more positive change happen as a result. Well done, Ocasio-Cortez. Well done, Ro Khanna as well. He's had a lot of stick over the last year for certain things that he did. Remember, Ro Khanna actually endorsed Joe Crowley before he understood who Ocasio-Cortez was. Well done to Ocasio-Cortez. Well done to Ro Khanna. Let's hope that this is something that is going to happen more often in future, because it bloody needs to, if we're going to actually fight the biggest threat to that this planet has ever seen, certainly since we've been on it. If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and click the bell below so you get a notification of when I drop further videos. Independent voices like mine, I'm sure you're aware by now, are being censored across all social media platforms, so please like and comment on the videos. That really does help the channel out, and share the videos wherever you can to grow the audience. If you can, please support me on Patreon. You can do it for as little as $1 a month. I cannot do this without your help. I rely on your donations. Thanks very much for your support. It really is appreciated. Until next time, peace and take care.